Hey, salute to the real worldwide, man. You already know what it is. Your boy Tiller Jones, the kingpin of New England. I'm through mingling.
Man, shout out to the real worldwide, man, the whole staff.
Let's get to this Mook and Verb argument, part 2, real worldwide. This battle has become very debatable to a lot of people's eyes.
I'm in my bag.
It was debatable since the battle ended. I don't get the clear.
The consensus was Verb 30, 90% of the polls, 80% of the polls.
That was crazy.
2-130. That's the way it's been. People watching it back. The battle's getting a little bit closer.
Yeah.
Boston. Now that I know you have Mook winning, why do you have Mook win the battle?
Oh my god!
I'm in my bag.
Crazy, dog.
Wow.
I hate this nigga, man.
Nah, I'm dead serious though. Mook won to me because I just felt like, okay, I hate Mook, right? So for me, I'm his biggest critic. He had to impress me. He had fire. He had jokes. He had angles. He had some reaches, yes, but he had some hate makers, minus the do-rag. He had 3 rounds of material. No stumbles, no chokes, no nothing. He ran through his material. He had a 24-minute third that I thought in the beginning was fire. His whole angle was fire. Now, to me, he won because I just felt like, although Verb was fighting, he was in there doing his thing, it didn't phase nothing that Mook was talking about. It didn't do nothing. It didn't hit. It wasn't effective, like, in my opinion. But after further review, I can understand why the first round is given to Verb.
Crazy.
Continue.
Under further
Second round, Boston.
The second round. This is when it got dark. I ain't even gonna hold you. For Verb, not Mook.
No.
Verb second to me. He had some shit, but was that the Lego My Ego round?
Yes.
No, Lego My Ego was the first round.
That was in the first?
Wait,
that was
hold
the
on.
No, I think that was the second.
It was the second. That's what he said. Second.
My ego.
So Lego My Ego.
Whiskey business.
And when my dick get hard, I extend rifles. That was all the second round, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, nah, he lost that shit off default. Listen, I'm gonna just be honest with you.
The whiskey business.
Mook,
wait.
This nigga
Mook did more. He had more schemes, more everything in that round. Yeah, he had reaches. But like minus all that, the schemes and shit, what he was talking about, I fucked with all that. Verb shit was like, Verb didn't seem so direct to me. Like, I don't know why. It didn't seem like he could have said that shit to anybody. Like, Verb was just, Mook was just more direct all 3 rounds. Like, some of the shit Verb was saying to me could have been said to like anybody. Besides the shit about the snake in the cage and shit, or like the podcast. All them bars and shit could have been said to anybody.
That's a fact.
Shit, the James St. Patrick shit could have been said. Any of that shit could have been said to anybody. Mook was so
that applied.
Nah, Boston, that was reach. I was with you.
Really applied to me.
Yeah, that really popped.
Nah, but look at Verb's biggest bars. The fucking Sun. Get rid of Sun like Doc Rivers. The Lego My Ego.
Hold on, you're not one of the wolves. If we're not Wiggins, makes sense though to Mook. But go ahead.
But some of that shit wasn't so direct. That's why
that's not that direct, Shaq. That could be said literally to anybody.
But the alcohol scheme could be said to anybody too, though.
Yeah.
I could apply that.
But the shit he crafted, how he crafted it, it was meant for Verb.
Yeah, because
it was meant for Verb.
Verb
exactly
complaining about getting booed in New York. That was the start of the alcohol scheme.
That was his whole start, and then he just all the angles that Mook took were for Verb. Like I just felt like Verb. He was right now. He was falling short with some of that. It wasn't. It really wasn't like it wasn't hitting to me because I'm just like, bro, you could have said that to anybody. You could have did this different. You could have worded that different. Like, it's just when you're going against somebody like Mook like that, yeah, it looks great because when you get the crowd riled up on your side, of course it looks like you got the upper hand in the battle. It's gonna look like that. He got the crowd riled up. He knew he tried to take the crowd.
You got Mook second and third. I'm assuming then.
Can I get some bars off?
Yeah. Nah, I got Mook second and third. I gave him the first, but like off of like consensus he won the first, but like I didn't really. I'm not gonna go with the freckle angle. Like he wasn't saying shit in that first. That nigga really.
Yo, Freckle had me tight. Freckle had me tight.
That nigga was. I don't know what he. I don't know what he was talking about earlier.
Freckle had me
But
tight,
that.
though. I ain't gonna
No,
lie.
I thought Verb was saying some shit in the Verb's first was fire. That was his best round to me, and like that
Agreed.
was like that was the like that was it. Like I was like, yo, that he didn't top his first round to me. He just
Yeah, I agree
he
with
did
that.
good.
He got worse every round in my opinion.
He did good. His first was super great. His second was like, okay, you did enough, and then the third was just like, bro, you just gave up. Like there was.
All right. Well, easy. Hold on, easy. Go ahead. Easy. Go ahead.
Alright, so boom,
Mook 2-1, by the
going.
way. 2-1, 2-1,
Yeah.
2-1.
Okay, cool. Yo, before the battle, pretty much like everybody else, I didn't feel like I seen enough from Vegan Verb for him to win this battle or even make it debatable. I just don't feel like I've seen enough to be real. But I felt like Mook, Mook is a rapper that nigga gonna have at least 5 minutes around. Not gonna play with Verb. He mad direct. So in the first, Mook went, and it was like, okay, after the aura, not faded, but after like the putting the do-rag on and everything like that, and he started to spit, I'm like, all right, I'm kind of waiting for him to really snap. And he had some moments, and I felt like he had a good, solid round, but, solid rounds can be beaten. I didn't expect Verb to go off like he did in the first at all. I'm just sitting there like, okay, let's see what Verb gonna do. And Verb, and from the not one of us, damn near everything hit after that. Like, damn near everything. Like, not even on some bias shit. Damn near everything hit to me that he was saying. And he was direct. And the shit he was saying to him really was resonating. So I gave Verb that first by like a good margin. The second, I agree with Boston. I don't feel like Verb did better than his first. But I felt like Mook did better than his first though. And he had more shit. He ain't have as many dry spots as he did in the first. And I felt like Verb did good. I felt like the rifle bar fucked his momentum up like bad, but I still felt like he was snapping. And that's the round that I'm still like I can't really call, but I lean towards Verb after like 3 watches. But I'm not mad at nobody saying Mook. And I feel like Mook got the third clear. I don't really think there's nothing to discuss about that round. He went for 20 minutes. I don't care what Verb said, unless it was 8 minutes of 2 twerk rounds combined. He wasn't going to beat that. So, so I got it 2-1 debatable either. I'm not going to fight you over no opinion, but nobody got 30.
Okay, Kev, talking about 30s. You said Verb 30. Explain yourself, Kev.
I said Verb 30.
Are you choking? You better get in your bag.
Right here. I have Verb first because just like what as he said is pretty much like everything after that. Not one of us hit everything after that because that was like the bar, like the personal bar to hit. And everything after that, it was just like a run. It was like a streak of things. So first, I gave the Verb. Second round, now we get down to whiskey business. Second round, it was. I can see how it's debatable. I can see how it's even. I edged it to Verb based on one. It wasn't like he was scheming all over the place and just saying a bunch of random things in word association. He was saying like different points and it was playing lyricism in another way. So it just hit on a consistent level as well. Third round, I think quality over quantity. I just think that Mook was touching on angles like topics like Verb's Dyke Mom, like shit that we've heard years and years prior. Also, he was touching on things that I kind of felt B-Dot touched on in a previous battle that he had with Verb. So I feel like Verb's material was better written, and I also felt like his material was more original than Mook's. And it didn't have to be like 20 plus minutes long. So I had Verb in all 3 rounds.
Brad or Cope, y'all want to go?
Yeah,
I'll go, Brad. Go ahead, Brad.
Yeah, go ahead, Brad.
So I'm gonna start from the third round and go backwards. The, the third
You
round.
gotta be all different and shit. Go ahead. Go ahead, Brad.
The third round, literally to me, it's like not even remotely debatable. Like I think that for you to give Verb that round, because for me, in my opinion, Verb didn't say anything better in his third round that was better than the party arty shit. He didn't say anything better in his round that was better than the fucking Verb Holla Ill Midwest Movement breakdown. He didn't say anything in the third that was better. Like his third one, also on top of that, he was stumbling in the third. So that has to be taken into consideration. Not only did you not have the best bars of the third round, but you're stumbling, and Mook like tripled your material. There was definitely some dry spots, and yeah, there were angles that we heard before, but in reality, every battle is gonna come with angles that we heard before. I had no idea that veganism was a religion. Whether people thought that it fucking hit or not, that was Mook taking a risk in terms of bringing a new angle that no one's brought to Verb before. That's one. Two, your mom's a dyke angle. Yeah, it's a fake personal, whatever. His mom's a dyke on 818. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. Like every battle, they calling his mom's a dyke. We're like, if that's the case, we have to go back through every fucking Averb battle and say whoever said this fucking angle is wrong and it fucking doesn't count. Yeah, I get that she's not really a dyke or whatever, but I don't know that. I don't know Verb's mom, dog. Like, just because he says my mom's not a dyke, everybody's got to believe him now. Like, I'm sorry. I don't know Verb's mom. She's a fucking dyke on 818. That shit
Okay.
hits me.
So you got Mook in the third.
I got Mook clearly taking the third. I don't even think it's remotely debatable, honestly.
Okay.
The second round. So the second round, I think Mook's alcohol scheme is getting unjustly rated. I think that there was a couple of reaches in there with I could haul it and
alcoholic,
and then the side note, it kind of sounds the same. I could haul it.
No.
Wait.
Yo, Brad, you was doing
Come on.
Alcoholic.
You was doing good, Brad.
You was
Come
doing good.
on.
Stop.
Go ahead, Brad.
Does alcohol it? That doesn't sound like it.
Yo, Brad,
Alcoholic?
just keep going. Just keep going.
Just keep going.
Just keep
You
going.
finna get booed.
Right, you nigga. Come on.
Yeah, there was the reach with I could haul it, and then the whiskey.
I thought you get booed. That's wild.
I thought the whiskey business shit was like a joke. I didn't think it was supposed to be like, oh no, that's risky whiskey. I thought it was supposed to be like a joke. You know what I mean?
Oh my goodness.
But like in regards to like the entire alcohol scheme, like your booze are 100% proof. The AA bar was fire. And bringing it into the first step of admitting that you have a problem. He was able to create like an entire concept and linked it directly to Verb. So I thought that was a dope scheme. He went for like 30 minutes, 30 seconds he was scheming on alcohol. It was retarded. How you have to fucking test my lines and fucking that's just a breath of lies. That shit's fire.
Okay.
So I thought all that shit was fire. And then I thought that Verb nigga, he's a herb nigga. I thought that flow was also stupid fire. So I thought I thought both of those concepts were fire. I thought what y'all laughing about, son?
Like, go ahead, continue, Brad. Continue.
Yeah, what y'all laughing at? Nah,
A verb nigga, I'm a herb nigga.
that shit hard.
It's burning, it's burning.
I thought it was fire.
Hard, son. That shit hard.
No, I ain't laughing at you.
What else did you like in Mook's second, Brad?
Huh?
What else did you like in Mook's second?
I thought the schemes that he was delivering were pretty fire. Like the legal aid wordplay that he had.
That was hard.
The Avengers shit that he had. The Avengers scheme like, yeah, I get that Nitty said that this isn't a great bar before or whatever, but Mook didn't just randomly say disintegrate. He was linking that to Spider-Man and the Avengers movie that came out around the time this battle was booked. So I could understand of him using that bar. I thought that was fire. I thought I thought it was dope how Mook was like addressing also like how the fans are questioning him for wanting all this money and shit like that. I thought all that was fire. I thought how he broke down how he's the coach and the play, and he's here to help the press depress Prozac. I thought that shit was hard. I thought how he broke down. He also brought up how Verb acts like New York is biased. And in Verb's entire career, I always thought he gassed that New York bias shit, dog.
Facts. I agree with that.
That really fucking hit to me. Like because Verb wasn't treated fairly in the T-Rex battle, but he was treated fairly in the K-Shine battle and the Clips battle. He was getting the fucking dog shit kicked out of him. And that happens. He's had a lot of other New York battles where the fans were rocking with him. The Briz battle, the fucking John the Dom battle, the Goods battle. He had a fucking highlight. I always thought this whole New York his most notable battle ever versus SB was right in the heart of New York. Like, what do you like, Verb? Stop your nonsense. You know what I mean? So I fucked with that heavily. And then moving on to Verb's second round, I think that Verb, he didn't really have anything dope, in my opinion, until he started with the was that the Prego round, the Lego round?
Yeah, it is.
All right, so until he started I think it was around the time when he said like that John Witherspoon shit, and that was like already halfway into his round. And then so he started off slow, where Mook started off with the alcohol scheme that I fucked with, even though there was a couple of bad reaches in there. So he started off slow. In the middle of it, he starts to heat up pretty heavily. Then he says that dick extend rifle shit. Pause. And then he gets Then he has maybe 8 to 12 bars left, and he ends his round. So it's like, and I think he might have choked. I'm not gonna lie, I think he might have choked because even though Mook did distract him, if you pay attention closely to the end of that second round, he like takes a second and then calls time. So, but I'm not gonna count that against him because he already had like 5-6 minutes of material. But that's my for calling Mook in the second round. I see how people would have Verb, but I don't think it's Verb clearly took the first 2 rounds. If we have Verb edging it because of Mook's pitches, I understand that. But to act like Verb was super hot fire in that second round, I'm not jacking that. So then move on to the first. Yeah. The first round. This is where it gets fucking tricky.
Fuck you, man.
This is where it gets tricky. Mook's first round was dope. I thought how he started it off, the do-rag shit, even though it's just him putting on a do-rag, it meant something, and I thought that was dope.
Brad, be honest, you got Mook first, don't you? Don't just be honest, don't you? You got Mook first.
Finish my assessment, yo.
Just be honest. I know you do.
Hey, Brad, look at the chat real quick. Just 1 second.
I know you got Mook first. Just say I know you do.
Let's keep this sorted, blood.
Easy. What chat are you talking about?
The RealWorldwide chat. Just look at it for 1 second, bro. All right, cool. All right, let's let
No, not earlier.
Right, so no. I think Mook's first round was good. I think Verb had higher highs, and he had the better He had the better bars and shit. So I'll give Verb the first round. But I don't think it's in a fucking like a landslide like everybody else is saying. Because I think some of this shit. I thought some of the shit Verb was saying wasn't as impactful as people made it out to seem. Like I'm gonna go noodles like a college student is fire. I don't know.
It's time to eat. I'm gonna go noodles like a college student. I just forget the it's time to eat part. All right.
Dog.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So perfect. That's probably his second biggest haymaker in that round, right? Am I wrong or right?
Yeah. After the sequence, yeah.
Yo, and
The whole
in
sequence was
reality, that has absolutely nothing to do with Mook. It's kind of stupid.
No, this nigga.
Dog, I'm pretty sure like Cope has a bar like that.
Brett, you can't say you thought whiskey. You can't say you thought whiskey business was a joke.
Yeah, you said you try to excuse yourself. It was a joke.
Can't excuse the assness on Mook's part.
He was like smiling when he said it. I thought it was a joke. I'm sorry.
Joke or not, he said it, bro. Like, you let it slide.
I was just kidding.
If he says it's something that I would write, then I agree. Because the
Cope
college
definitely would write that.
It was great.
No offense to Cope. No offense to Cope. But that's just horrible. What? Right.
No, it's not. No.
Because
Because
the Mook fans' logic, if it makes sense, then it's fire. Then it makes sense.
No.
Whoa.
That is not true. That seems to be the Verb fans.
What?
Fans.
His schemes was just making sense, and y'all was acting like they.
Yo, Brad's in his bag right now.
Nah, the Verb fans.
The bag got a hole in it.
College student. Yo, I asked somebody, yo, why is that bar fire? And they were like, yo, I felt that. Like, you ever been broke and had to eat noodles in college?
Yeah,
I was
facts.
like, are you fucking kidding me, dog?
It's like a running joke. Everybody say that's what college students are like a running joke.
Yo,
Yeah.
that shit's ass, dog. I'm sorry, dog.
And the ICU bar, he could have said for anybody too, by the way. Mook.
Oh,
exactly. Exactly.
So you picked that one bar. You picked that one bar.
No, there's more than that, actually. I can come on.
Damn, who's mad? Like, you're mad in real life? Like, calm down. Like,
hey,
I
boss,
can do a lot more with Verb.
he's mad in real life.
Donovan Mitchell. Why do you have two fucking 45?
Yo,
why not? Why? Come on.
Donovan Mitchell
Come
doesn't
on.
have a twin. What are you talking
hold on.
about?
Donovan Mitchell has a twin?
So you can't have more than one gun?
Nah, but not for nothing. Not for nothing.
What
But listen. That bar was super gas. Y'all gotta admit that. That the shit that was like twin 45, Donovan Mitchell. Oh, like come on, dog.
Like two threes, Jordan and fucking James. Like, come on.
Peekaboo's fire, I guess.
The MP3 bar.
See, these ain't around no more.
That's just fine.
Yo, y'all don't play.
But listen.
Yo, hold on.
Wait. And when we talk about intangibles,
One thing, Cope.
Hold on, go easy.
Y'all don't
Go
play
ahead, easy.
peekaboo? Y'all don't
One
play
thing,
peekaboo with
Cope.
your kids?
One thing, boss.
Hold on, easy. Go ahead, easy.
Just Shaq. The cold word. I miss my girl. I wish you was here with her. Come on, man. Y'all are just wilding, dog. I bet you wish you were here with her. Come on, man.
All right.
That's it. That's all I gotta say.
But was Lego my ego really fire though? Like I'm just asking.
Cope, you know they screamed at their TVs when you said it. Lego.
Oh my god.
Nah, I thought that was just cool.
I ain't screaming on my TV. I kind of just
Was Mook Frankenstein voice really fire? Macadabra? Come on, son.
I'll go. Listen.
So people are sleeping on that insurance scheme Mook had in the first part.
Nah, that was fire. That was fire.
Sure.
The progressive and shit. Nah, that was lit.
Progressive. I'm ensuring that one of your quotes. Well, if progressive punchlines is what you want, you better hold that same fucking.
I got the general.
So wait, Brad, you have Mook winning 3-0?
Yeah, I got Mook 3 out, dog. I'm sorry.
No, Jones, who do you have winning?
You should be sorry.
I had Verb on it.
2-1.
That's all I gotta say. It's around whoever was that Brad. That 10 you just did a Mook round for like 30 minutes. I don't even get nothing to say. all the energy out of the conversation. Like that round was trash. God damn.
Yeesh, who do you have one of Yeesh?
I definitely have Verb 2-1, man. Verb first and second.
Verb first and second. Yeah. Trippy, who do you have one of?
Verb first and second.
Oh shit.
We're in our bags.
You heard that zip? I'm in my bag.
You're in a bag, nigga.
I feel like we all could agree that the battle comes down to the second, though. That's how I feel.
I'm only saying Mook 3-0 because Kev is like sticking to this Verb 3-0 nonsense.
Wait. Kev is sticking to that?
Yeah, apparently.
Oh, nah. Mook 3-0. Fuck all that.
And 90% of the battle rap world are sticking to this.
Wait, hold on. I got a question. I don't give a fuck what the battle rap world is saying. I watch the battle.
That's not a question. That's not a question.
Y'all, some real shit. I was thinking in my head. I was like, that's not a question. What the fuck?
I was like, I said it was a question.
Yeah,
yes.
No, I said hold on. I thought.
You said I have a question.
Ooh, that boo. Get him out of here, man.
Yeah, you said I have a question. I don't give a fuck. Like what? Like, all right.
Yo, was that Brett?
Bye. Bye.
Oh, that shit was funny as fuck, son.
Listen, let's look at like this. They both had fire. They both had trash in their reaches. They both had either bad bars or not. The performances are two different levels. I feel like Mook's games was just too long, and I feel like some was fire, some weren't. I feel like Verb had shorter punchlines. Yeah, it could go for other people, but it got straight to the point, which is why the majority have people. Verb winning, but I think the battle comes out the second round. Honestly, I can see it both ways. I can make the argument second round both ways.
Yo, I'll say this. Let me just say this. The battle is debatable. It's either debatable Mook 2-1 or debatable Mook 30, dog.
Crazy.
Yo, that nigga. Yo, that nigga Cope's in his trash bag. I'm in my glad.
Oh,
Get the fuck out of here, nigga. You're in your glad.
Oh man,
you're glad. You're glad.
And who said Mook was more direct and personal than Verb was?
He was. I didn't say that.
Was me. That was me. That was me.
Crazy.
I said
you
it.
shouldn't be proud of that.
Something you want to say?
Be proud of it.
Something you want to say? No. Go ahead. Get your round off. What?
Look at the.
What's up?
You have to stop talking for me to talk.
Go ahead.
Jones. Go ahead, Jones.
Can you stop?
Go ahead.
All right. Verb's first round, from the moment he started, was directed at Mook all the way through. Like, where did he not stop talking about Mook?
That's not true. He said his first round, or are you saying the entire
his
battle?
First round. Throughout the battle, he's more direct. Besides Mook's third, or even still, Verb was direct there. And why are we happy that he did a vegan angle? What's wrong with being vegan? Like, just because it's an angle, just because it's a scheme, don't make it fire. Like,
I didn't say
you're a vegan. Like, that's so dumb. Like, what does that mean? The battle rap.
I tell you exactly what it means. The fact that nobody's ever brought that to Verb before. And
you just said a bunch of bullshit. Like, he didn't say nothing just now. Like,
hold on. The fact that veganism is an actual religion, and that Verb, all this nonsense that Verb's saying.
It don't gotta be a religion. What are we talking about?
And then I'm gonna kill you.
Just because Mook said it, don't make it law. What are we talking about?
That's a fact.
But Jones. Yeah, Jones, real shit. The difference between veganism and being a vegetarian is literally like a lifestyle religion, bro. That's a big difference when you're a vegan.
Know that, but who cares though?
My thing is
that angle. He started talking about seedless tomatoes.
My thing is right. If you're a vegan, and listen,
he had the word seedless tomatoes and one of his round.
But if you're a vegan and you wear leather, But check it. If you're a vegan and you wear leather sneakers, that is mad contradictory in the lifestyle of veganism, bro.
The fact that
that's
you're
Verb's
not
ignorance, but it makes no difference to me. Like that's
no,
not a
it
hard hitting
definitely.
angle.
Now it makes a difference though.
Listen,
I'm not gonna
dog.
let
The fact that you're a vegan and you're talking about killing people and shit. That's completely. You're a liar. That means something.
I'm still not excusing him moving like a cow though.
Get a little quiet over there, guys.
Where are you at, Jones? That
was a shit. You said what? Y'all didn't say nothing. Like we just disagree. Ain't no point to keep
What do
talking
you mean?
about.
Okay, so wait. So when you look up vegan, it's a real thing. Like it's an actual like you practice it. Like you
Yeah, but
have
just
to.
because
You shouldn't. No. But he shouldn't.
Religion.
He shouldn't be wearing leather and all this. It comes from the shit that you said you wouldn't eat no more. You don't. You're not. Like you shouldn't be basically wearing nothing like that or talking about killing anybody or any of the bullshit that Verb is talking about.
Verb, you said you a vegan. You have on leather shoes, and okay, like
vegans don't wear that shit.
Crazy? Okay, Verb said he's a vegan, but he wore leather shoes. He's not a real vegan. Okay, so what? Like, how is that crazy?
It's a weak angle. It's weak.
Yes, that's trash.
What
Just
you mean?
because something makes sense don't mean it is. Like that's what's so crazy.
And Verb low key had a rebuttal on hand calling him a seasoned dead body. You are what you eat.
Yeah, in the third. He had listen to the difference in angles. He was telling Mook, you and Lux should have taught us how to grow up in battle rap and not have to go through the stuff you going through. You let Smack play you out of money. You let the industry play you.
This wasn't the third round, but continue.
Play you, and he's talking. Yeah, that is the third round. He's had it in more than one round. He had it in the third.
Yeah,
his angle is you are a vegan and your mother. Like what?
Yeah, like
it ain't really no argument.
Attacking Murda Mook as a business is more effective than attacking a Verb for being vegan.
Yeah, that's crazy.
My question
y'all
is,
to act like I know y'all know this. That's what I can't even debate.
Wait,
this.
hold
know.
on. Y'all all are, you are aware that the whole fucking that whole angle that that you guys are the reason why we're held back in the music industry is literally from Calico versus Lux, right? You know that, right? Or does that not?
Picture he painted.
That's fact. The only matter when Mook does that angle, someone else heard before. Just let me know.
I didn't even say nothing about him doing something.
It sounded kind of shit.
Who said? When did somebody? When did anybody say? Yeah, who said he brought up something somebody said?
You said that.
No, I didn't.
That was Kev.
None of us said that.
Yeah, what are you talking about?
Kev, you said that.
Boo! Boo him! I came to boo him. Hey, Charlie, you gonna have to see me. I'm a dinosaur. You know that. He's trash. This round been trash for the last 20 minutes.
Also, hey, Jones.
Yeah.
Bye.
I'm done, my nigga. I'm done.
Burping them, cursing them, urban them, germing them, nerving them.
No.
I could.
My only question, right, is like he was like, oh, how come you didn't help tell Smack or whatever how not to be you when Mook literally helped battle rappers get more money. I don't understand the fucking angle at all, dog.
Yeah, and how do you know? Verb can easily be lying. How do we know that's even fucking true?
And Verb,
we can say that about. God, you have to stop
easily be lying.
Hold on, and Verb is notorious for taking money on small leagues and getting smoked and not even performing to the fucking highest level. Like, what is he really saying?
Wait.
The industry doesn't look at us as we can be successful because of you. What does that have to do with him taking money on a small league?
It's not talking about battle rap, it's talking about industry.
That's exactly what Calico said. So all of a sudden, that Mook has to be discounted for calling his mother a dyke. But Verb's cool to take Calico's angle.
Yo, reason the dyke angle was trash is because it was trash. What did he say? What did he say? Fire in that angle.
He said that how your mother was the one who got you raped just to emasculate you.
That's fucking that hits
Or
home.
not even when he was like he rolls his eyes.
That's
like
a crazy fake angle though, Brad.
Just
That's
That is
off.
anything like
Wow.
that is Brad is on a
very
whole
bad.
nother.
Yo, you saying somebody
didn't say anything like that.
angle
I was trying
crazy.
to see if I would change my mind through this. You losing me. Bro. I'm telling you.
Yeah, that's wild.
This is crazy. The fact that you got the first round close should have just let me know already.
I still think Mook won the third. I'll say that. I don't feel like.
Oh, of course.
I feel like Mook just had too much content in the round that was good. Like Verb didn't have enough, and he started off late. Like he heated up way too late to me.
Yeah,
he could have won though if he had more fire in it.
Yeah, I'm not mad at Mook 2-1. I don't really see the argument.
Yeah.
I ain't mad at it.
It's a debatable argument.
Yeah, I could argue for Mook.
We
better
low
than
key
Brad,
argue
dog.
this for years.
Okay, that's the next question. Hold on, that's the next question. Is this battle a classic?
No.
Yeah.
Yes.
Classic effect, classic impact.
Wait. Hold on. Was that Jones or was that Triple, dog?
What?
Which one?
Who was it talking? You right there.
Wait, how you say you right there on this call?
Hey, you.
You.
Are you pointing at him?
That was Jones. That was Jones, Brad.
Yo,
Is that you, Jones? Is that you, Jones?
Go ahead, Brad.
I forgot what I was gonna say.
Exactly.
So is this a classic?
Jersey. Rookie mistake.
I'm sick of you, dude. I'm sick of you. I'm sick.
Go get some water, Brad. Go hit the water, Brad.
The reason I brought up the whole using angles that we heard before was because Kev said that shit. Not you were the one saying that.
Yeah, I was.
Basically, he's apologized.
So those battles not a classic.
Oh no, Shaq. It's definitely a classic.
It's a classic. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, Mook had a classic performance, of course.
It's a classic to me, and I'm
this
probably
nigga Boston.
I like this battle the least out of everybody.
Yo, easy.
The
The thing is, you can ask Brad, bro. I don't like Mook like that. Like as a battler, like seriously, I give him he got no respect before this battle.
Yeah, that's facts, and that's crazy.
I gave him no respect. Like I was like, nah, he's trash. Like I don't blame you forever.
I don't blame you.
I can haul it.
Because he didn't show me.
Word, Boston, you a solid G.
Yeah, I get you solid G.
Solid G. It's only whiskey business.
I will say this though.
You and I versus.
Verb had that silly shit like Infinity Stones line after Mook had a whole scheme about the Captain Marvel, the whole Avengers scheme and shit for the record. But it's okay. I think Verb second is getting underrated. I think it's close. I think it's just a debatable battle. That's the way it's gonna be.
I think the pause bar.
Yo, the thing is,
off the round.
This is a
Pause
classic.
fucks people up.
Yo, honestly, when this come out on footage, I can't wait for the footage to come out.
It's out.
Yeah.
I feel like the narrative is gonna change. I'm calling it now. I'm saying Mook 30, but
Hold on, you still think Mook, or do you really think Mook got the first round?
Absolutely.
Okay, he trolling. I was gonna say.
Joe, I'm gonna say I don't really think he got the first, but I don't think it's as a far reach.
What Freckle? He had me tight. He was OD.
No freckles, huh?
We can agree to this though. Verb already won the war, even if he got Mook winning the battle in a way.
Clearly.
Yeah, according to the culture, yeah, that's a fact.
Verb's stock nearly doubled after this battle. Keep it real.
Damn near quadruple.
What did I say? I said, yo, I'm done. I ain't got nothing more to say, man.
Well, yo, just keep the same energy when he loses to like a Jay Murder or something, taking the bag. So,
oh yeah, that'd be possible. That's possible. I ain't no Verb fan.
I don't care.
Nah, but he can only go.
Nah,
he shouldn't even take more battles after this. Like he should just. It should be Lux or nothing.
You might bow out.
Nah, Lux or nothing. That's it.
Yeah, Lux or nothing. Don't pull a JC and start getting your ass whooped and shit.
Like where the fuck is that?
All right, so let's close.
Yeah, let's close out.
Let's close this out. Mook vs. Verb Part 2. Mook vs. Verb Part 2 discussion. RealWorldwide Media. Follow the channel, subscribe to the channel. You can follow us on the Discord link below, and we out.